You guys walk too fast. Well, you'll have to listen to the whole version 11 minutes later on. Good morning, parents and grandparents and friends of the Albert Einstein Academy. We're glad you're here. My name is Michael Fischler. I'm the principal of the Albert Einstein Academy, Odyssey, Beverly Hills, and again, welcome. We're here this morning to celebrate our fifth graders and to send them off to the world of middle school. I don't know about you guys, but that's a scary proposition, right? I remember middle school, but you guys will be fine. You'll be ready. Our fifth graders have worked very hard this year. I have a friend of mine who is a 15-year veteran teacher at Valley Unified and a fellow administrator like myself, and he came and toured the campus a few times this year, and each time he came here, he said, you know what, Michael, you guys are doing real advanced work here. And he was impressed. So feel good, fifth grade, and Mr. Pike, feel good that you guys have done what you were supposed to do this year, and you've worked hard. This is a good time, I think, to give Mr. Pike a round of applause for his work this year. Thank you, Mr. Pike. A few dates I want to put into memory. You don't have to memorize, you can always call me, I'll remind you. But June 2019. That's the day that your children are going to matriculate from middle school to become high school students. So, in just a few years. And then the second date is June 2023. That's the year you guys are going to graduate from high school. Okay, put that to memory. And then finally, May 2027 is the day you guys should all graduate with your BA or BS degree from a university and become college graduates and join the ranks. So, keep in mind, parents, education is a marathon. It's not a sprint, correct? Keep that in mind as your kids are going. As a parent of a 17-year-old, I can tell you time flies. It just flies. So enjoy the time you have with your kids while they're this age. Enjoy their accomplishments and what they can do, and then just be ready for the next experience. And for you guys, the next experience is middle school, right? Enjoy the ride, parents, is my point. To the fifth grade class, I'm very proud of you guys. Every time I walked in your classroom, you guys were working hard. I was pleased the majority of the time I saw you guys as you were talking to each other. You guys are well spoken. You care about each other, that's pretty obvious. You enjoy each other's company. It was truly a pleasure watching you guys grow this year. And you made good choices, which is something that we talk about every morning. Every morning we get together as a group and I tell the students to be respectful, responsible, be safe, but most importantly to make good choices. So thank you again. Enjoy your summers, your summer, right? And come back in August ready to work hard, because education, even though it gets more exciting, does become more challenging, right? And sixth grade is certainly going to be an opportunity for you guys to do great. To the Albert Einstein families, thank you guys for joining us. It's kind of a scary proposition coming to a brand new school as a fifth grader, because you're leaving all your friends behind, but I hope over the summer when you reflect, like I reflect, I hope when you reflect upon the year and the things we've gone through and the academics we've accomplished, I hope you look back at Albert Einstein and I hope you smile. I certainly will smile. So thank you. Mr. Pike, thank you very much. You've made my job very easy this year. The only thing a principal really can hope for are incredible students and teachers to guide them. He made my job very easy this year with his teaching.
Push a button.
So, I'd like to call up to the stage right now Mr. Pike, and we'll get these guys graduated on to middle school. Thank you.
Thank you all very much for coming today and celebrate our young scholars going on to middle school and the conclusion of this year. What can I say about this class? I honestly could not have asked for a better class to open a new school with. Each one of these students I've cared so much for, and I watched them grow, and it was really an honor to be able to teach all of them. I've seen shy kids come out of their shells and become some of the most popular people in the class. I've seen people who used to struggle with math and numbers now find their own ways to do math that makes it easy for them. I've seen growth in every single one of the students. And I'm most impressed by this movie they made. I mean, yes, it will look like fifth graders made this movie at times, but they were able to put together an hour-long script that holds. They were able to film it, they were able to edit it, they were able to put special effects in it. And when you watch it, I have no idea how they did half this stuff. I just put them in a place where they could do it. And then they took it from there. Josh with his animation, so many of them with their storytelling ability, Jay putting in boxers in there, Zoe with Thomas Andrews and the caviar. This was good stuff, and it made the classroom come alive in a place where they really wanted to be and I wanted to be. When the day was over, I would be kind of like, oh, we ran out of time. And that same sentiment was echoed by many of the kids in this class. These students, these scholars, built calculators and were working on college-level computer science. They made models of cell walls that moved ions inside and outside the cell wall. They built models of atoms. They were incredible. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining me on this journey and joining Albert Einstein to really do our best to build a school where kids are happy and they want to come and they like it. The school, for me, it wasn't fun when I was young, but I'm really happy that I have a chance to teach them. It was an honor. Thank you guys very much. And if there's any students here who would like to speak on behalf of the class, Hannah?
We know there's one.
We know.
So this year we made a movie. We learned how to edit, we learned how to write scripts, and we learned how to film. There's so much things we did this year that I can't even explain. We learned about atoms, we made new friends. We learned how to do research in binary, and we learned how to do math and Minecraft. The first 2 weeks that I came to school, I learned more than I ever learned in my life. In the beginning of the year, I barely knew my times tables. Now I know them fully, by heart. We learned about the digestive system. We made an arcade with cardboard boxes. We learned how atoms work. And then like half of our class, no, actually most of our class, we don't want to leave school because it's too much fun. Every day we complain, why does the day have to be so short? We built an ice rink school, but we couldn't finish it. But it's okay because we're going to finish it next year. We math our houses. We go to different classrooms. Like we went to second grade. We went to all the classrooms to make. We helped them do math and Minecraft. We also had a great year.
Anybody else? No? Come on. Be sure to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Oshala, and I'm a fifth grader. And what I like most about this school, that they teach us really well, and we learn much more than like any school can ever teach us. And this school is so fun. We've built ice rink schools, we've made movies, 3 actually.
You want to count some of these signs, but
We've done Jamestown and Boxing the Titanic and a few more. But the most fun part about this school is that you get to make stuff that most kids don't get to do, and it's just really, really fun, and it's educational, of course, and that's what I like about this school.
Anyone else, or you just, yeah? All right. Boy, they were shy earlier, now they're great.
Hi, I'm Jaden. I came to the school like a couple weeks late, but Mr. Pike put me next to somebody to use a computer. I just stayed there, nothing, and then after a few weeks, I started making new friends. And then my best friend Tim came, and we became very best friends. And then before he left, and it was really hard on me. What I really like about this school is that everybody is really nice, and Mr. Pike is one of the best teachers I've ever known in my whole life. He's taught me so much. I'm so glad I did chores, man. And he's the best teacher I've ever known. Thank you so much, Mr. Pike.
By the way, Tim is still with us, he's just in Korea. He'll be back. Anyone else? Okay, come on, Josh.
We made 5 movies inside this class, 2 Star Wars episodes, 1 Jamestown movie. We did a movie on a book named The Magic Finger. That was a work in progress. We didn't finish it. We made an hour-long boxing Titanic movie that you guys will hopefully watch later today. I learned how to do 3D animation in this school. I learned how to make my math a lot better. I really improved in my math. I learned how to edit a little bit with iMovie. Orion taught us how to do commands and stuff inside of Minecraft and how to use Minecraft properly. Asher did all the editing. He taught us how to edit a little bit. He got kind of stressed.
you did it.
I taught some of the class how to do 3D animation. I taught Stevie. I think I taught Oshala a little bit. I taught Zoe took early morning. I taught Ozzy. I taught Fernando. I taught almost half of the class how to do 3D animation a little bit. Inside the software that I use. So that's good. So we made a movie that I really want you guys to see. Check it out on YouTube. I hope Asher already posted it. And I guess that's it for me.
The knockout punch and the ship sinking was actually done by Josh, and it blew my mind because I don't know how to do that. So that's why we need to do it in the class. And one more thing, they also got an article published in the International Society of Technology and Education. And that's the very first student wrote article, completely written by students article I've seen on any of the publications. And it's been doing pretty well.
Yeah. You guys ready to become middle schoolers? Well, I think you'd be a little out of place. I think you guys are going to do fine. This is not the first graduation you guys are going to go through, right? You have plenty more, right? And you never know, you'll never know where your futures are going to take. I have a student, well, I've been in education now 28 years, so I've had thousands and thousands of students, but one of my students got back in touch with me and was very proud of the fact that he's now a professor at Harvard University. So you never know. You never know where you're going to be, right? He had no idea he was going to go into teaching, and we talked on and off over the years, and now a Harvard professor, so I'm proud too. Right? You guys ready? Take the step, right? All right, Mr. Pike, go ahead. Mr. Pike, I'm going to hand them to you.
All right.
You get the honor of bringing them into middle school.
Okay. Michael Atias. Abteen Tamari. Welcome to middle school, Ryan Owen. Zoe Mustafa.
I didn't know I was going to graduate. None of us
Do you have the picture, Lori?
Picture, Mom?
I got a picture for walking back.
Oh, come on. Come on, Zoe.
Later, makeup later.
We'll get her later.
Take one out.
Stevie Massingale, welcome to middle school. Oshala Lee, welcome to middle school. Yonina Koshiki, Anna, welcome. Timothy Kim, I'll send this to you in Korean. Wait till you get.
We will save it for him for next year.
Shadio Gomez. Joshua Garandash. Fernando Garcia, welcome to middle school.
We're picking Fernando up, right? Mm-hmm. So the graduation still missing for school? Yeah?
Ozzy Fabila, welcome to middle school. Jamie, come on up. Welcome to middle school. Asher Solomon, welcome to middle school.
more round of applause for all of our graduates. Our Hebrew teacher, Ms. Gila, would like to present a few awards.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I just want to say that the awards are going to people that really tried that hard and that Hebrew doesn't come easy for them. If I look at them, I feel like every one of them really deserve an award because Hebrew was a new language for them. They tried their hardest. It wasn't an easy thing, but I would really like to give to the one that I can tell that it didn't come easy, but they tried that hard. The first one goes to Jamie. She can speak with me in Hebrew, introduce herself and everything. He came in late, but still managed to grasp everything and like run in it. And the brain, it's such a beautiful brain, Jadiel. Another one that came in late and tried his hardest and really worked so hard to show me that he can do it. Left. No, like me, went
Okay.
to, yeah.
Well,
Okay,
we'll
it's
give one up for Tim anyway.
yeah, Timothy. Yeah. And Zoe. I have to say that Zoe in the beginning was kind of resistant to the Hebrew and was like, what do you want from my life? I don't understand any Hebrew. And then toward the end, she just turned 180 degrees and it's such an amazing, and even if I would give her an option of iPad or sit and like write with me, she would be, I need to get better in writing. So, good job. Thank you so much, everyone.
I have some awards too, and kind of wish I had made more because each one of these wonderful scholars deserves an award. The first one is a certificate of achievement, and this one goes to the student. I saw the biggest jump in improvement from where they started to where they finished the year, and that was a tough one, but I went with Team Tamari. One more.
Always one more.
Now, the big certificate of achievement award will go to Asher Solomon. Ask anybody in this class, we do not have a movie without Asher. Asher was the driving force behind getting anything done. And he took the responsibility to edit. Like, he came to me one day and said, Mr. Pike, I got iMovie on my computer. Can we make a movie? I want to edit it. And I said, sure. So, and I don't know how he did half the things he did, so he definitely deserves it. Okay, the next certificate of achievement will go to my teacher, Orion Owen. He's my craft teacher. So when you watch Boxing the Titanic, you'll notice that they're throwing caviar and fish, and they have microphones. Those things aren't in Minecraft, people. He had to code it in. I would say, Orion, we need caviar. And he goes, okay, Mr. Pike. He would take it. He would go into the back of the game, get the image of a melon, erase the melon, find an image of the caviar on the internet he liked, crop that thing in, then reload the game. Okay, now we have it. And then he got so good at it, like the microphone took 10 minutes. And like, it just became, oh, we need this. Okay, I'm on it. Shh. Done. Yeah, the coffee. Well, that one was hard because we had already changed the water, but all right, no, thank you, Orion. Thank you. I am like that, teachers, 10 years old, the way it belongs. We also have awards for outstanding volunteers. As you guys very well know, the class does not run itself, and without the support of all of you guys, we don't have school. Let's be honest. This is the teamwork, from the faculty to the students to the parents. So I haven't forgotten about you guys, and two parents in particular were there whenever I needed it. I just give a call and things happened, and they got us some fundraisers that will help get us some fun new toys next year that I can't wait to get. So I would love to thank Daphne Garandash and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Pike.
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you, graduating fifth grade is a little story about perseverance, because that's really what education is. You persevere. You struggle, you find ways to get through, and you come out on top at the end, right? It's a personal story. And I'll start the story like this. When my parents tell people what I've done for my living, they giggle, they laugh. Not because they're not proud of myself being a teacher, not that they're not proud that I've become an administrator, but because of all the times I've tried so hard to get out of school. They laugh because I've spent my entire life now in school. So when I was in high school, fifth graders, I played football, and I was a quarterback, and that was really the only reason I wanted to go to school, was to play. The summer of my 12th grade year, I got hurt, and all the ligaments in my shoulder were kind of tweaked, and I couldn't play anymore. Well, I kind of went into a little school depression and didn't do very well my 12th grade year. So much, I dropped my grades so low that I couldn't get into the universities that I had applied for earlier. So I had to go to junior college, which was fine, correct? You have to persevere. When I got to junior college that first year, I didn't do very well. I'm not sure if it was because my teachers really never taught me how to study, or I just wasn't mentally ready, but I didn't do very well my first year of college either. And I'm not embarrassed, parents, that you hear this story either. My first year of college, I had a 1.2 grade point average. Yeah, the parents know what that is. That's pretty bad. I passed woodshop, and I passed my speech class. That was it. I wasn't doing very well. Well, my parents had a choice. Are they going to let me flounder, or are they going to try to help me in my path? So they sent me away to a junior college up in San Luis Obispo, and I moved away and didn't know anybody within 3 hours of LA, and had to make a choice. Either I was going to do my work and choose a career, or I wasn't. Well, obviously I chose the education path, and was able in a year to not only pass all my classes, but to make up all the classes I didn't pass my first year. And then I got into a university, right? And then of course, I graduated. I have a degree in psychology, many of you don't know that. And I was accepted into a master's program in marriage and family counseling, but I'm a crier. I'm a crier and I'm a hugger, and not really good for doing therapy. So I had to figure out something else to do. So I came back home to LA. I went to school in San Diego State, and I came back home, and I had to find a job because my parents wouldn't let me just sit on the couch. So I took this after-school tutoring job at this private school, where I would open car doors and put, kind of like what I'm doing now. I opened car doors and put kids in the car to send them home, and then I tutored some kids after school. And this is the sad part of the story, but there was a history teacher, Mrs. Beck, I still remember exactly what she looked like. She was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer with about 3 months left in the school year. She passed away pretty soon after that, but they needed a history teacher to finish the year. This is private school, so I walked to the principal and said, I'll do it, I'll finish the year. And I didn't need a teaching credential at that point, so they hired me. So one day I was Michael, car door opener, and The next day I walk into a history class as Mr. Fischler, history teacher. And you ever have one of those moments when everything just goes right? And it's like the heavens open and angels start singing? You know what? You don't know? The second I stepped in front of that class, I knew what I was supposed to do. Went home, called Cal State Northridge, enrolled in the teaching program, and here I am. Right? So I'm not asking for claps. I'm just letting you guys know you don't always know what path, you know? But education is what? Is the key that unlocks any door. So I don't care if you want to be an actress. I don't care if in the future you work at a business. You can be an accountant. It doesn't make a difference. Education is what's important. Don't ever forget that. Okay? And you guys are entering my realm of teaching next year, so if you need any help, you know where I am, correct? Right? I spent my 19 years teaching with middle school and high school students, so I'm well prepared to educate you if you need help. Oh, and by the way, parents, I'm very excited. I'll let you guys know we hired our 6th grade teacher, our 5th and 6th grade teacher. Did I tell you guys what we're doing next year? It's kind of exciting. Mr. Pike, I want him to be the science and math teacher, not only for our incoming 5th graders, but I want him to continue with our 6th graders. So the only way I can do that, is if I have him teach 5th and 6th math and science. But then I needed somebody else to fill in the humanities section, the history and the English. So I hired someone I'm really excited about to teach the 5th and 6th grade English and history section. So we're going to have the kids actually moving from teacher to teacher, kind of simulating what it will be like in a larger school once they get there. So I'm pretty excited. I'm not going to give you her name yet, but I will tell you that I was pretty impressed, and I'm not easily impressed. So next year is going to be awesome. Okay, it's going to be awesome, right? Something to look forward to. Parents, thank you. Thank you for bringing the kids here. All right, so let's officially welcome them to the world of middle school on the count of 3. You're going to make me cry. I'm not joking, I cry at commercials. Even my kids are embarrassed by TV. On the count of 3, you guys are going to stand up, and we are going to yell one more time as 5th graders, "Go Rockets!" And we are going to welcome them into the world of middle school, the very exciting, challenging world of middle school. Okay, you guys.